this bowl I've measured in 7 cups of flour, and here I have half cup, which made it 7.5 cups of flour. This flour here, I'm going to be using it as we go. Okay, so I'll set this aside. You can do half and half flour. If you want to add all-purpose flour, that's your choice, but this is 100% whole wheat bread recipe. All right, I'll set this aside. Next on my table is warm water. You don't need it too hot now. All you need is just lukewarm water to activate your yeast. So here I have 3 cups of water. This is the exact cup I used. So I'm going to be going with the measurement as we go. So you can use water from the tap directly, or you can just go ahead, boil your water, but make sure you're using lukewarm water. So next I'm going to be adding my yeast here, instant yeast. And here is my yeast. You can use instant yeast or any yeast of your choice. All you need to do is just toss it in like so. Just go ahead. The hot water will help you activate your yeast. Next thing you want to do is stir it around. This is just to help your yeast activate. Stir it in nicely. Next thing that will be going in is my honey. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to be using my 1/3 cup measurement, depending on how sweet you want it to be. This is a healthy bread recipe, and you want to make sure you make it as healthy as you can. Honey, here's my honey. I'm going to add in 1/3. I'm going to go in with this. Go in like this just to make sure you get everything out. You can incorporate it this way. Make sure it is well incorporated. That way you are sure that everything gets into the bread. Time your bread comes out, it's going to be very delicious. So just go ahead and stir this all together until everything is well incorporated. For the honey, you can decide to eyeball it. I like to just do my thing, you know, with my eyes and nose and, you know, measurement from my ancestors, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, I just want to do measurement because a lot of people requested for measurement, especially with my pastries. I decided to do this with measurement. If you watch me on this channel, I like to just go straight and do my thing with my eyeball it and let my ancestors tell me exactly what to do. So I'm going to set this aside and we'll get right into other things. So here we have 2 tablespoons of butter. You can go ahead and melt this since we are going to mix everything together. So I'll just go ahead and melt it. You don't need it hot. When you melt it, just allow it to cool up, okay? But like I said, all you need is, you just need it warm, just a little bit, because you don't want to add hot butter into your flour. So I'll set this aside. While it's cooling up, I'm going to get started with other things. To my 7 cups of flour, I'm going to go in with a teaspoon of salt. This is my sea salt. You can go in with your white sea salt or any salt that you have. This is what I have and that is what I'm using. All I'm going to do is mix it nicely. Just make sure you mix everything into it like so. Incorporate it together. You don't want to have salt tasting. You want everything to be well incorporated. Yes, you want your bread to come out tasty and delicious. So just make it well like so. Next I'm going to do is to add my butter. As my yeast is proving, you don't really need your yeast to stay for that long. 7 minutes, yeah, about 5 minutes to 7 minutes, your yeast should have proven well. Mix all of this in. Mix nicely. This is my own preference. I like to go in with coconut oil into any of my pastries, so I'm going to go ahead and add 2 spoons of coconut oil. Okay, That's because I want a very fluffy bread recipe. You can choose not to, but yeah, I love it. I'll mix this in. It helps me get a very delicious bread, homemade bread. This is homemade, so you can go in with every beautiful ingredients just to get a delicious bread done for your family. And trust me, wheat bread is one of my husband's favorite bread, and yeah, he has requested that I make him wheat bread, and that is what I'm doing. So just try to make the best out of your recipe, especially if you're making this for your family. Just get the best out of it. They will love, love, love it. The coconut oil is optional. You can either go ahead and use coconut oil all through, or you decide to add butter all through, or you decide to add coconut oil and butter. But choose whatever you want to do. If you have KitchenAid, that is beautiful. But you guys know I have KitchenAid in this kitchen, but still I like to do all of these recipes with my hand because it helps me to get a very good batter. So I'm going to go in with my yeast. If you see bubble, then it shows that your yeast has proven. Create a well in the middle and add your yeast. Just keep bringing it in. Remember, if you have a KitchenAid, that is the same thing your KitchenAid will do, just like so. So just put everything together like so until they are all well combined. Just keep going. Look at that. This is not going to be tough at all. I'm going to get my hand into this, but first I just want to let you see how you can go about it, and this is the easiest way. Guys, I'm feeling it already. It smells so good. Trust me. Just like so. Let's get to the next step. Now I'm going to put my hand in. Trust me, every dough needs to be worked, especially if you're making bread recipe. The better you work your dough, the best result you get. If you don't work your dough, your bread will not come out fluffy. So as you're working your dough, you are adding this. That is where the half cup comes in. So keep kneading your dough, kneading. Knead your dough, knead until everything is nicely combined, and you will get a beautiful dough for your bread. And remember, the oil I went in to add made my dough soft. You don't want a tough batter when you are making your bread. The best batter is exactly what I've just shown you. You want to get a soft batter, not tough batter. You don't want your batter tough. That way you can be able to knead your batter and then work it nicely until you have gotten the right consistency. So keep kneading. So I just added the last flour in the cup. So this is 7.5 cup measurement, just to get the best out of this wheat bread recipe. So guys, as you can see, working the dough gives you that nice elasticity that your bread needs. So just keep bringing it together with your fists like so. Put it down, go this way, come this way. Just keep doing this until you have a good, bread mixture. It makes your bread comes out very beautiful. So I added a little bit of flour just to make sure I'm getting it all nicely worked. So I just added a little bit of flour just to keep kneading. Your bread need that elasticity, like, you know, when you push your bread, it pushes you back. Like I always say, push your bread pushes you. See what I'm saying? Just keep doing this. Once you see it coming together, you're sure that you're going to have a beautiful bread for your family. All right. Ooh la la. So you can see how nice and beautiful. Can you see how nice and beautiful this batter is looking? So all you want to do to help your batter, just go ahead and give it a cut. It is optional, guys. The reason for the cut is just for you to see your batter by the time you cover it for 20 minutes. You want to see how nice it has proven, and then it will show you what your bread is going to look like by the time you are done. So just give it any cut of your choice. You can go with cross, you can go in with any cut of your choice. Go ahead, guys, cover it up with a plastic film, whatever you have. Cover it with your pot cover, but make sure you have a heavy thing like a towel. I'm going to use towel now to cover it up. That way it will prove quickly, because I have a lot to do in this kitchen today. This is what I did. I went ahead to wrap it with this towel because it's cold where we are. So I really wanted to prove well, and I added all of these napkins just to cover it well. See, it has doubled in size. As you can see, look at that. It's going to be beautiful. Can you see? Look at all those beautiful air. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Like, I love this dough. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work this for a little bit. So I'm going to just take this coconut oil, rub it on my hand like so. You don't need to add this much. Just take a little bit of oil, rub it in your hand, butter or groundnut oil, whatever you have, and then just knead it again for just a little bit, not too much. Look at that. I don't like dried bread, so I love coconut oil. I love to go in with coconut oil. You can choose not to, but I like my bread beautiful and fluffy. Remember, you have a little bit of flour. If you want to go in with your flour, that is also nice. This is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. I am loving it. I can see that this bread is going to come out very delicious. Look at that. Put it in. Give it another slice. Look at that. That's mark of the cross right there. Look at that. Absolutely delicious. Even without the bread being ready. The bread is not ready, and look at how beautiful it's looking already. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead, cover it up again, just like so. Don't mind. I'm just going to do this. Yeah. You can see how it doubled in size. Cover it up like so. Cover it up as much as, make sure you cover it nicely. Wrap it up like so. It's very cold here. I don't know what the degree is in your area. And put it in a very hot area. I'm going to put this in my oven. I'll let it sit for 20 minutes and I'll do it again for another 20 minutes. So guys, 20 minutes later, look at how it has doubled in size. So remember, I first put it in for 20 minutes. I went in for the second 20 minutes, even though the first 20 minutes we skipped that, okay? Because I was rushing, okay? I was running to make sure I get other things done. Today is pastry day and I'm doing a lot of pastries, okay? Some of it I'll show you, some of it you will see it when all this comes out. This is how you know you have a very beautiful batter. Can you see all those air. If I cut into it, the more you're going to see all the air. So I'm using 3 pounds. So I'm going to take this away and show you my pans. Pan ready. You can go in with parchment paper. You can choose not to. Okay. So I'll show you what I'm about to do here. Touch some oil in your hand. Make sure you just apply it in your hand. Apply it like so. Make sure you apply your oil in your hand like so. Your butter, your groundnut oil, whatever oil. And you just want to cut your batter. Look at that. Whoops. Look at that. Trying to make sure we have enough, you know, to give us what we want. Okay, so this is what you want to do. Let's go in like this. You don't need to add oil if your hand is still oily. That's it. Add some more if you think you need to. Okay, just add it at the bottom. Just make sure it's pretty, just like so. So you cut this into 2. Depending on how big you want it to look in the pan. Make sure it is evened. Touch your hand on some oil. Trust me, it makes your bread comes out very, very good. Pin it in. Just pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. Just give it a lock like so. Look at that. Yeah, it's proving. So I'm just going to give it a cut. Just an incision. Trust me, this bread is going to come out amazing. Just a little incision. Wow. Look at it. It's bouncing back towards me. See how beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up again. Your film, your nylon, whatever you have, just wrap it up nicely. Like so. That will help it to proof quickly before we start baking. I'm going to set it in for another maybe 40 minutes so that it will proof very well. I'll cover it with some napkins. Just the same thing I did. Cover it with your parchment paper if that's what you have. Cover it with your film. Go around it with your towel, heavy towel, so it will proof quickly. Today is pastry day. I have a lot I'm doing in this kitchen. Like I rightly said, these are other bread recipes I'm making at home. Look at all that, guys. Look at all those air in the bread. It shows you what your bread will look like by the time you're done. Trust me. I am loving it. Just form those little pretty doughs. Beautiful doughs. Emanuela likes bread, so I want to portion it this time so that she will just take 1. And I'll know that it's 1. If you leave her, make 10 pounds of bread, she will finish it. 10 pounds. Yeah, I mean 10 pounds. That girl can eat bread. Alright, today is pastry day, guys, and I'm doing so much. I'm going to show you guys what I'll show you. But if you want me to show you this bread recipe, this is a different bread recipe, let me know in the comment section. So guys, see how pretty our bread batter is looking. I didn't show you guys this, sorry, but we gotta go. So I'm going to wrap this like so and put it in a warm. Guys, our bread has proven so good, so we're going to set it in to start cooking. This bread, I left it for a long time, like, because I'm so busy, so I left it for a long time. Make sure you put an eye on your batter when you're baking, otherwise it won't give you the right shape and what you really want. I hope it gives me the best, but yeah, sometimes it falls and doesn't come out very good. This is it. It proved so good. I left it for too long, but I hope it comes out good. Guys, look at our bread. It came out so good. It rised very well. Like I was busy, I left it to just keep rising. It rise and rise and rise and rise and rise and rise. So guys, our bread came out so good. Trust me. I know you're gonna wish I showed you the recipe for this very bread. Yeah, but you know how we enjoy that bread in the village. That bread they used to, you know, put together like this. So just grease it with whatever you want to. Grease it with your oil. That's what you choose to do. You can grease it with your coconut oil. I love coconut oil in my pastries. It comes out good. Yeah. Look at that deliciousness. Woo! Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this gorgeous? It's beautiful, guys. So we are waiting for the wheat bread. I'll just keep it somewhere and allow it to cool up before we start bringing it out from the pan. Today is pastry day, like I said, and we're making a lot of pastries, so stay tuned and enjoy. Guys, look at how beautiful it came out to be. I was really scared if it was going to come out good. Look at that. It's so beautiful, isn't it, guys? Look at that, guys. I'm hoping my wheat bread will come out this beautiful. Look at that delicious bread. Look at that delicious bread. I left it to rise very well. That's why you see this pretty. So guys, our wheat bread is ready. I just left it for a long time so that it will just, I love the way this is looking. I just love it. This is beautiful. This is just what you want to do and make your family enjoy the delicious bread recipes. Very delicious, guys, trust me. Your children will love it. Your family will love it. It cooked so good. I have to open up this side just to see if it cooked well, and trust me, guys, it came out so good. I bet I didn't add enough in this pan, but yeah, it came out really good. This pan is big for the quantity I put in here. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a minute. Oh, this came out so good. So good. Look at this deliciousness. Even though it didn't give me the shape I wanted, but it came out very beautiful and very delicious. Because I left it too long, it rised and over-rised. See how beautiful. It came out so lovely, trust me. Just make sure to put an eye anytime you're doing your pastries, you're frying your puff puff or buns. Just make sure you put an eye, guys. I'm doing so much in this kitchen and you can't really blame me, but thank God it came out very beautiful because of the consistency. See, when you have the right consistency, you still get the right pastry. Even when it rises and overrides, you still get a beautiful outcome. Look at how beautiful this is looking. I like eating my bread warm. So when do you like to eat your bread? I cannot wait to dive into this bread, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you like warm bread. This is beautiful, guys. I hope you're gonna try this. Oops, it came out so good. Look at that, beautiful. Ooh, I love when my bread is golden brown. Let's give it a try. That's so amazing. Let's see what our bread looks like on the inside. It's piping hot. Ooh, look at that. Oh, guys, this is good. This is so good. Ooh, it smells incredibly amazing. Look at this bread. This is so good. I give this bread 100 over 100. That is my own beautiful wheat bread recipe. Guys, I've been eating up this bread here. Look at bread. Look at how beautiful. Look at. I hope you're going to try it. Try it for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones. I'm sure they will love it. Please, fam, help me give my videos thumbs up. Please, I beg you. So that YouTube can recommend my videos. Thank you and God bless you. I hope you're going to try that wheat bread recipe. This was delicious, guys. Look at that. This is so good. Very fluffy, very delicious. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it piping hot, guys. Oh, I love. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Oh, this is good. Woo, piping hot. This is so good, guys. I'm gonna go about it this way. You just want to go through it with your knife. That way you have just one each. Otherwise, Emanuela will finish this bread here. Trust me, she can eat bread and never see. Almost everybody in my house loves bread. Did I say almost? Everybody in this house loves bread, except me that is even baking the bread. You guys, can you hear hubby? He's asking me who is the #1 person. And I said he's the one. Tell them you're the #1. I never see when the #1. You are the #1. Oh, goodness me. I feel like taking some tea right now. Look at that. Yum. Please support me by subscribing, giving this video a massive thumbs up. Like, share to your friends and loved ones. This is going to be very helpful. No sugar, crazy. Very helpful to help you save costs. What I mean? Trust me. Look at that, guys. Look at that beauty. I love it. This is so good. Trust me, you want to give it a try. We have some more bread. Look at that. Look at that. Give it a try and let me know. Your family will love it. You guys, look at that. I love the way I went about this recipe. I'm going to show you this recipe. This is good. You saw the way I went about the recipe. Wow. It came out so good. I'm going to show you guys this recipe soon. Very delicious bread. Coaches team, I hope you try this bread recipe. Please help me by giving this video a massive thumbs up. Share to your friends and loved ones. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much. Today is pastry day. I'm going to go ahead and do some more pastries. But I don't want this video to be a long one. I'm going to show you other things I'll be doing. Stay tuned and remain blessed. Coaches team, be loving, be kind, be merciful. God loves the merciful heart. Ciao, ciao. See you in my next video.